evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Trigger. Triggered episode number 10. I'm your host, Zachary Clark. You all know my co-host, Adam Furman, and our special guest tonight and number one commenter, Fuzzy Clark.
That's me.
How you doing tonight, Furman?
I'm doing okay.
And how are you doing tonight, Fuzzy?
I'm doing all right. Just kind of
how are
concerned
you doing,
about
Fuzzy?
Furman, being with the Wuhan and stuff.
He's with Wuhan?
Yeah, it's not going to get us, is it?
Who's that?
I don't know who Wuhan is. I've never met anybody with that.
I don't know.
The Rona.
The Rona.
My Corona.
Hey,
We should
but it's
start,
easy. There was
we
I
should
know
start,
of a
what?
74-year-old man who just got it and was cured in the day.
But he's obese.
Well, they gave him the special experimental drugs.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Like I said, all you need is like a prednisone shot. That's probably what he got. He felt great. He's like, oh, steroids are making me feel wonderful. They don't give that to just every schmo on the street. They just
do not.
They just offer them a banana bag of IV fluids and kick him out the door.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Charge him thousands of dollars.
Would you like IV fluids? That will only cost you $900.
Yeah, no. I refuse I refuse this medical service. You don't have to be that way, sir. And I'm like, I think I do. I do not consent.
Oh, I think I forgot to mention this, but we're coming to you live from the West Texas town of El Paso.
El Paso City by the Rio Grande.
Never been to El Paso before. This is my first time.
We haven't either.
Well,
Yeah.
given our special guest here from that great state of the Lone Star, if you will. I bet it was
Land
a
of the
fitting
free,
setting.
home of the brave. Not the oppressed.
So why does Texas only have one star on its flag?
Because it's so
Because
big.
they're
that's all
number
it would
one.
fit.
Number one, Texas, number one.
Number one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we currently have 3 viewers, and our first comment of the evening is Orange Man Bad. Couldn't agree more. No orange men allowed. Those Oompa Loompas need to go back to that island
They
that
were
Willy
purple.
Wonka saved them from.
They were purple.
They were not. They were orange.
Oompa Loompas was? I
Yeah.
thought they was purple.
No, that's... Furman, settle this dispute. Oompa Loompas, purple
Well,
or orange?
I I have not read the book, but from the Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, they were definitely orange.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected.
We have another comment. It says, "How much bourbon has your dad had?" None. He didn't want any, and I gave him like half a shot of rye whiskey watered down.
That's good.
Anyway, let's get into it. Coming up first, we have something from the Scanner. Scanner Radio. Scanner Radio, first thing up on the night, we have a literal dumpster fire in the town of Coachella.
Oh, good.
I thought it only fitting.
Wait, that's near my house.
I thought it only fitting to lead off this episode with what is a literal dumpster fire in town. Reported by the police department itself, even. Fire department en route. Serious business, these dumpster fires. You don't know what kinds of garbages might be catching fire or
Environmental hazard.
whatever metaphors you want to apply to our situation in general.
That's the whole block. 8th to 9th, Jefferson to Madison.
It's like an area.
Big dumpster fire.
It's like an area. It's somewhere. It's somewhere in that area is where that dumpster is happening.
I wonder if a red pickup truck would buy it first.
Oh, we're going to get into that. Don't
Oh,
worry.
no.
Santa's making a comeback in popular media.
I saw it.
In addition to whatever dumpster fires might be happening, a subject is running barefoot across the Memorial Bridge from the police department. Missouri law enforcement has been notified. Now reported as 2 subjects running barefoot across the Memorial Bridge. Oh, they had trespass warnings. Anyway, this isn't as impressive until you realize that they were running across this bridge.
It's a long run.
It spans the Mississippi River and is probably about a mile long. It's 2 lanes with no sidewalk, heavy traffic, and they ran from this side all the way
into oncoming traffic
into another state. Barefoot from the police. That's dedication to your fugitive nature.
Dedication is one word. I think you're hoping for it all to end at that point.
We have a comment that says, refugee fleeing Illinois. Refugee, fugitive, potato in this situation. But in our ongoing coverage of everything Santa Claus and dark and gritty,
Fixtures chasing them, trying to get their wallets.
we have a new film from famed actor Mel Gibson. Let's give this trailer a little watch. Rated R.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've lost my influence. Maybe it's time I retired the coat.
You still have it.
Some kids with a deer rifle put 2 holes in the sleigh, one in me. All I have is a loathing for a world that's forgotten.
The United States military would like to procure your services.
This is a one-time deal, gentlemen. How are you, Mike? Nicole and the kids are well, I hope.
Where are you?
How do you know my name?
You just lost a big son!
Anyway, new Mel Gibson film. He plays Santa Claus, and a child, angry about getting coal for Christmas, hires an assassin to kill him. Entitled Fat Man.
Great.
Coming to you this December, I guess. I don't know when it's coming out in theaters.
Yeah. In select theaters in November, and then it goes to like digital distribution fairly quickly.
Oh, wonderful. It really brings me back to those Mel Gibson action flicks I used to watch as a child.
They were good.
Yeah, I don't know. This is really strange to me, but, I guess Santa Claus is a hard-drinking, jaded, old man embittered by his life.
Yeah, no, it actually reminds me of like those older action movies, you know, like, I don't know, your standard 90s action movie.
Yeah. He's coming out of retirement. Santa with a vengeance.
Exactly.
I don't know, back in my day, Santa Claus was a jolly man in a red suit.
That's right.
Rosy cheeks and a bowl full of jelly.
And a
Yep,
slim
and his name
checkbook.
was Tim Allen.
And a slim checkbook.
Christmas club account.
My children all gone. Oh,
Now they just call him Grandpa.
but now I'm really looking forward to that movie. So, We might have to have a special review episode of Fat Man when it comes out.
Yeah.
Discuss it.
Looks pretty fun.
Yeah, it does. Discuss it in depth. But once again, it's bonus. It's not a remake of something, so that's good. It's just taking a beloved cultural icon like Santa Claus and turning him dark and gritty. Not,
Maybe
whatever.
Tim Allen could help him, give him some pointers.
Yeah, there you go. Remake of the Santa Claus, except for this time it's dark and gritty.
Oh, jeez.
Starring
Wow.
Mel Gibson.
With cameo by
The body count's higher than his holiday spirit.
Yeah, at that point, it's not even like a dark and gritty thing. You're just going like old school action movie.
Yeah. Well, that's what it sort of looks like from here.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but like it embraces it, you know. When like little kid comes out in the middle of his yard, and he just like looks up at the sky. He's like, no.
You'll pay for this, fat
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, it's something. I don't know about how good it's gonna be.
No, it's because it's not like the stupid, sarcastic, like, wink, wink, nod, nod, nudge, nudge thing to the fourth wall kind of stuff that action movies do nowadays.
Hey, I'm not gonna let you badmouth Last Action Hero like that.
Oh, hey, no, I'm not talking about that. That's a special movie in all of our hearts. It's great. It's phenomenal. I always saw that. What was it? I think it was in this past December. It was the first time I saw it. It's great.
I can't believe it took you that long. I believe I saw that film in theaters.
Yeah, when did that film come out?
I don't know.
Long time ago.
1990 X.
Yeah, exactly. Probably like 5.
20XD6. Yeah, you like how they do that because they didn't know what year or whatever you're going to be playing the video game or whatever. So they just throw an X in there randomly. It's whatever year you want it to be, man.
I don't know. I thought the X stood for extreme.
Extreme random year between the dates of 1990 and 1999. Well, something we didn't have to deal with in the 90s was having a need for a gender decoder for job ads.
Ooh.
Gender decoder.
What?
That's correct. If you want to see, make sure that your ad isn't improperly gendered, triggering words one way or the other. You can go ahead and upload it right into this website, and its artificial intelligence will take a scan of the words you put in there and then give you an analysis about whether or not you're using improperly and problematically gendered terminology within your ad. Say, that would indicate a selection for males or females, or cis non-binaries. You don't know what's going on these days.
Do you have an example that you're going to upload?
Oh, that would be great. Next week, we're going to have the Triggered Media social media consultant job application uploaded in here for analysis. But someone did post theirs, and it indicated that there were some gendered words, among them being an improperly feminine word being used. The state of Connecticut.
It was improperly feminine or masculine?
Feminine coded
What?
words. Your ad contained feminine coded words, among them committed, collaborative, and Connecticut.
That is very weird.
masculine words were leadership, leaders, intellectual.
Obviously, that means men.
This whole thing sounds website or this decoder sounds problematic.
Oh, to its very core, I imagine. But to me, the first thing I saw was AI strikes again. I have no fear of the machines.
You say you want a leader? What you're really saying is you want a man in here. It's like, well, wait a second, hold on. You saying that women can't be leaders either? Like, what's the deal with that? That's weird.
No, it's saying they're masculine coded, whatever that means. You have to get into the user manual, and it's like 100 pages, and you open up and you say, okay, masculine coded means, words that are generally associated in the subconscious of the predominant cultural people that made this app with male gender. Oh, that means they're looking for one and they're excluding other people and discouraging, for example, women. So a woman reads the ad and it says leadership, and she says, well, I better not click that one. Oh, me, I'm not much of a leader myself. Oh, my skirt gets all ruffled whenever I get put in charge of things. Oh.
You sound like an awful woman.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what these people think, but that's the gist of it.
You'd have to say something about barefoot, doing dishes, laundry, to be female, probably.
Oh, coded. Yeah. If it says anything about raising babies, that's gonna be female coded, guaranteed.
Yep.
No, it's a bunch of trash, anyways. I'm actually surprised that they offered this service for free, and they don't charge you like, $500,000 for a consulting fee or something to do it. Because I'm sure you've seen, like, some of these job descriptions out there are complete trash, and they'll put, like, requirements in there. I've seen a lot in, like, the tech space where they'll be like, oh, you need to have 7 years of experience in this, programming language, and, like, the programming language is only 3 years old. So, like, you can't have actually met that job requirement anyways. Just apply. Just apply for everything, guys.
Well, in general, I think that's a safe rule when you're applying for jobs. If you just find it interesting and you're like it's marginally in your wheelhouse, just throw an application into it. Worst thing that they'll say is no. They might not get any applications from people with a decade of experience in a 5-year-old programming language.
Yeah, so just apply for everything. Make sure to call them every single day to follow up.
But
every single day.
Didn't he used to work in ER?
ER. Well, I mean, the HR department can often be considered the emergency room.
Employee relations.
Because of all of the problems that get dumped on HR's lap. But, I don't know.
That's true.
Adam could probably regale us with many a harrowing tale of his adventures in human resources.
Oh, yes, there was one time. Let's see. There was one time, there was a big hullabaloo about a couple of employees getting written up because they were in the same bathroom stall together. And there's no reason for any two employees to be in the same bathroom stall together.
Maybe they were lonely. They wanted to chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't care what was going on. Whatever was going on was not appropriate on work time.
Well, I don't believe that being in the bathroom is work time. So.
You don't punch out for that.
Maybe you shouldn't be so intrusive into the personal activities of the employees.
Hey, Foreman, I'm gonna clock out right now.
It's gonna be a while.
It's gonna be about 20 minutes.
Me too, Foreman. Me too. I need to also go to the facilities for a while.
Why are you guys holding hands, or why are you guys why you have that wad of cash in your hand? I don't know.
All I hear is a lot of judgment in your voice.
Absolutely. There's no excuse. There's no excuse for two human beings to be in the bathroom stall together while you're on the clock.
Well, I'm not gonna say that I've never done anything like that, but I mean, you can look down on me from your high horse all day, Adam.
I don't know, because you worked in the food industry too, so I don't want to even know.
Yes, he did. I worked in an auto factory, so.
Oh, you could regale us with many a tale.
Oh, good Lord.
Working on the very
That's right.
manufacturing line as a UAW unionized auto worker.
That's right.
Psst, you're not on camera yet. You should scooch over.
That's right.
I thought he was doing that, like with like the
was.
face cover.
You know, we should
I can't
blur-
figure it out
we
because
need
it's
to
not
blur.
mirrored.
We need to blur him out. Voices have been changed.
Yeah.
I work for a major auto manufacturer.
Minor. There's a minor auto manufacturer. Well, major in the world. But
They also manufactured deadly warplanes
They
that
did.
killed many
They
of our
did.
sailors
They
in World
did.
War II.
they did.
Bloody Japanese. We're getting censored again for this one tonight, folks.
Yeah, you are.
Ah, well, you know.
It's like saying Catholic.
We all can't be perfect saints, and in fact, in this current climate we're in, I'm surprised that we can keep our very souls. In this Halloween season, we might just lose them.
Just as all the others have. Now that I have you, your soul will be mine forever.
Correct.
Terrifying. This is what the Halloween decorations are in 2020. They're ripping the very souls from children.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see that little girl's jaw is like down to her chest, open.
Yeah,
It's like it's
Needs
so
room
messed
for
up.
that soul to come out.
a soul
Yeah,
is a...
that's really messed up.
It's a very, robust thing to be ripped out of your very mouth. But we were, on one of our many trips we had to make to the store today. They had all the Halloween decorations out, and it's like these big displays of these guys or whatever, and they're absolutely terrifying. And this one, I think, could literally kill a man. It was like this scarecrow, and it had this clawed hand, and you push the button, and its clawed hand was out, and then all of a sudden it would go, "Hah!" and really quickly, like a scythe, sweep inward, as if to take off your very head. And a lady, apparently, we almost saw get killed by this thing. She was standing there, and it was doing its jive, and then she had to bend down because she had dropped something, and as soon as she did, the scythe-like hand swept across just above where her head had been but a moment before.
Yeah, it's like she's never seen a horror movie. What store was this? So I cannot visit it. So I don't visit it.
Home Depot?
I think it was the Home Depot.
Yeah.
Home Depot having terrifying Halloween displays.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Home Depot?
Yeah. It was funny because with the child that was with us, she pushed the button when things started going. She just
Yeah,
run it
she,
off.
she skittered off. She was absolutely terrified of these horrifying Halloween decorations. I'm not sure. When I was a child, we didn't have such automatons dishing out childhood drama on every doorstep as we might these days.
No, you'd hire the family sociopath to grab a gardening tool and hide, and then chase the kids or whatever.
I remember one Halloween I dressed up in like a thing so I looked like a mannequin, and I was sitting on a chair right by the stoop, and then when the kids would walk up, I'd come alive, ah! And they would run away screaming without their candy.
That's just because you wanted all the candy.
No, they carried their own, but they didn't get any of ours because they were too afraid of this horrifying creature that had come alive. A living jump scare.
I'd never do anything like that.
Have you decorated your home for the All Hallows Eve?
No.
Leave
We've
your
got
light off.
The only thing we've got is the we don't have any outside decorations. Inside we've got a tablecloth with the spider webs and stuff.
Awesome.
There's also a bunch of spider webs outside our house that were totally left up and not swatted down or anything because of Halloween.
Oh, it's just like natural spider webbing?
There's real spiders there. It's the new thing.
Oh,
all natural.
So you're a poor housekeeper.
It's paying off for Halloween decorations at this point.
Hey, I think of it as a symbiotic relationship. I'm not gonna kill you right now or destroy your home, and then you can catch all the bugs or whatever that's trying to make it inside my house.
I see.
Halloween's getting bigger and bigger every year.
Yeah.
You can tell the display.
It's the evil part.
Even though, and here's the weird thing, because at the Home Depot they also had Christmas up.
They did. Every place we went.
Yeah. It's like Christmas trees for sale, and Santa Claus is right next to horrifying scythe hand animatrons taking off the heads of women.
There wasn't any Thanksgiving stuff out.
No. Thanksgiving vanishes. Halloween subsumes all. Right into
Christmas.
Well,
you know, Thanksgiving is just, you know, what is it? Your $1.50 electronics or whatever on Black Friday. That's Thanksgiving.
That's Turkey Day.
It's a day to be thankful, Adam.
Hey, I'm not knocking Thanksgiving. I'm knocking the corporate recognition of Thanksgiving and.
You just don't collect enough money off Thanksgiving to make it pay.
See, yeah, right. Yeah. That's right. So Halloween's becoming a big consumer holiday.
Yep.
With all of its merchandise, and whenever buying $100 animatron to sit on your front stoop.
Buying $100 worth of candy so all the kids can be obese.
Yeah, when, in all honesty, the greater food actually comes the month later in Thanksgiving with all the hearty meal and whatever, the sides, the carbs, the meats. It's such better food than Halloween.
Oh, good Lord, yes. Oyster dressing.
I mean, that's because we're not doing it right. I mean, All Hallows Eve is a precursor to All Saints Day, the Feast of All Saints, so we ought to be having a giant feast day on the 1st of November.
Yeah. For all the saints.
Hey, I'm all for more feasts. I mean, that sounds like a good thing.
Well, I agree. We should bring this back. Instead of glorifying some sort of occult aspects of Halloween, bring the Lord back into it.
Yeah.
Acknowledge the association with the church calendar and the celebration of saints.
Right. Well, yeah, you know, but I don't know. I'm trying to think back. Trying to think back to when I was a child. I don't remember much. I remember the church calendar, but I don't remember much recognition of the saints. That you probably have to go knock on the door of any Catholic church in town. And, hey, can we steal your calendar?
Yeah, well, you know, I might go knock on a couple Catholic doors. I might even nail something up to them. You never know.
That's right. 95 things.
95 things?
That's the thing. I guess that's it. I'm just going to have to hand out Gideon Bibles to everybody that comes to my door this Halloween.
That's a good idea.
Oh, yes. It would be a good idea.
We're going
then
to
you'd
get
be hated.
so much vandalism.
Oh, good Lord.
Here's your Bible, children.
Don't I get candy? It's like, you get something better. Salvation.
By next year, I hope you'll have the Psalms memorized.
At least the books.
Oh, there's so many Psalms.
Oh.
How am I supposed to remember all of these? You have to sing them. That's how you do it. Set them to song.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
It takes me back to when I was like 8. You know, you have that one long, like, 10-second chord on the organ.
Who sits at the right hand of God the Father?
Yeah.
Let's see how many words we can rapidly speak into this whole note.
Yes, exactly.
Just keep going on and on. Get the pedal going.
Hey, I think this tune was the same tune as last week. But wait, the words are different.
Oh, they don't even hardly sing the liturgy anymore in my church, even at the traditional service. It's like once a month they'll have the.
You got to go up to Havana for that.
Sung
They got all
liturgy.
the good stuff.
Or Manier. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Pastor Frank even got away from singing the liturgy.
You like singing that stuff, though.
Yeah.
It's all going the way.
No, but Molly's currently reading or learning to memorize the books of the Bible, and they're singing the song. So, that's how I taught her how to learn it. And then I just got my switch out in case she ever wasn't doing it
Spare that rod.
Like my best Catholic nun impersonation.
Leviticus is not a Bible book. You're wrong, kid.
What about the Apocrypha? We're not including the Book of Enoch in this memorization exercise we're doing. The Gnostic texts completely ignored. Where do we
Absolutely.
go from here?
They're Gnostics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
exactly.
Adam? Who's to
Ignore them.
say? I'm not the Lord.
Constantine said.
The Holy Spirit is to say, Zachary.
Yeah. Well, you tell you speak with His voice for me. I'll interpret it.
Get them tongues going.
Yeah, I want to see the tongue of
Discussion for
flame
another day.
appear above your head.
What's that?
I want to see the tongue of flame appear above your head as you speak this to me. Let's give a close look. You need to lower down when you see the top of your head to see if a tongue of flame appears.
Not that bald spot.
Not seeing it. The Holy Spirit has not come upon Adam tonight. We'll keep an eye out for this.
Let me see you pick up that python. Hey, Zach, can you pick up that cobra?
The rattlesnake.
It's got to be a serpent.
Whatever.
Or a asp.
Yeah, I don't know. A venomous snake.
Yeah.
The power of the Lord will keep me safe. Or if not, it was
Heavy
something
leather
that,
gloves.
I did wrong. Or it was his will that
Safe-
I suffer that
safe-
bite.
Safe applies to your soul, not necessarily your body. So, like...
Yeah, it's a display of faith. I lacked faith if the snake bit me. That's how this works.
No.
But I'll tell you what I don't have faith in. I don't have faith that the president's not going to cause the Dow Jones to dump 700 points in an afternoon with reckless tweets.
No, I had complete faith that he would do it. Because he did.
Yeah, I don't even think it's the first time that he's said something that tanked the market.
Great.
But in case you missed it, Donald Trump, he is the president of the United States. You may not have heard about this. But they're currently negotiating a stimulus plan that will help people make their way through the recession and pandemic situation. And he randomly just tweeted off the cuff the afternoon of, what was that? What day was that? The 6th? Like 3 days ago. Negotiations off.
We're done.
We're not going to do this anymore until I win the election.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, oh my gosh, sell.
And it happened late in the day, too. I think only had a couple hours to the close and it dropped 700
You
points.
can't wait a couple hours to shoot that off before the stock
Do it after the
market
market's closed.
I guess they've recovered now, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Because he tweeted later. He's like, I am fully prepared to sign into law the cash stimulus for families or whatever. But Zachary, that's real power when you could cause the Dow Jones to drop or jump hundreds of points within a couple minutes.
I would like him to do the thing that makes it go up 700 points.
Well, he does when he says that when he said that they was going to renegotiate. They're still going to negotiate.
Yeah.
And it went up.
Yeah, I think that it was just hardball tactics, and he was trying to get him to come to the table and give him a better deal or whatever, like he was doing with those trade deals and stuff. But I don't know if he anticipated the miss. I mean, I don't know, because it recovered.
It wasn't. Yeah, it recovered, so it was just a little hiccup.
I mean, somebody lost their life savings that day.
Only if you sell. Only if you sell. Gotta stay in. Gotta stay in.
Yeah, long-term stuff. Long-term investments. That's what we're in here for.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying or thinking.
Yeah, well, it's harder when you don't have that much longer to go.
Close.
Oh.
Yeah, you might not want the Trump administration to tank your 401k when you're less than a decade away from retirement.
6 years. Done. Maybe. We'll see.
Never mind.
Never mind. Only if they try working me too hard.
We've got a comment. It says, I'm guessing All Saints Day are for the ones that didn't have special days for them. You know, it's just a day, a general day. I don't know the history of All Saints Day, but, you know, it's just a day to say, hey, we know you're saints, and good for you.
They wrote songs about it.
You're an all-star.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm never going to be lionized by the Pope. I don't need to worry about it.
That's for sure.
Well, you never know. I mean, I guess we'll see what happens. For example, we had the comment after that. It says, "That's it. Wasn't a fly on the vice president's head? Was that the Holy Spirit?
Bugging him.
A fly, instead of a tongue of flame, appeared above the vice president's head. Perhaps that was the Lord giving us a sign."
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know if I believe that. Isn't like flies a sign of
Caca.
demons and the devil? Lord of Flies, wasn't
Yeah,
that?
that's a book, Zach.
No,
That's a
Lord
piece of
of the
literature.
Flies, wasn't it the? I don't know. I don't know my demonology. I need to pick up on my demonology, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm too familiar with flies, and
You're not.
flies, demons.
They're
No.
insects. They fly around. There's a one
Oh,
called
They
a
call them
no.
flies.
common house fly.
They fly.
They're
The
black.
first time I saw a horsefly was like 5 years ago, and I thought it was a monster.
Wait till one of them
Like, oh my
suckers
gosh,
bites
what is
you.
this
Oh,
giant
gosh.
thing?
Yeah, when I was in Canada, these things were the size of like a quarter. They'd land on you and take a little hunk out of your very flesh. You couldn't go outdoors without pants on.
When we were out on canoeing down the river, my buddy Jack was swatting him with a canoe paddle. It sounded like he was hitting a baseball with a bat.
I'm not surprised by that, especially coming from you, a person who's got a long history of bee fighting with slats of wood.
That's fun. You talk about a rush. Just get that old bee nest and stir it up, and then you start running. They come after you, and you just gotta whack, whack, whack.
Yeah.
Then wait for one of them to get to your brother's hair, and you kill that bee. He loses his glasses out in the cornfield, and I don't know what happened to him.
There were bees attacking. But speaking of people that may not deserve to be recognized anymore,
Oh.
Christopher Columbus Day is coming up on Monday. And Baltimore City Council, as well as many municipalities and or states across this great land, have decided to change the name of Christopher Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day. This is what I said. I said, those are two different things. Indigenous people aren't Christopher Columbus. Ergo, get your own day, Indigenous people.
Yeah. This guy rose up from nothing, begged to get a ship. I'm going to take it across the ocean, find the Westward Passage.
And then he committed genocide.
That's right. He gave him blankets full of smallpox. No, that was
That was
American
other
government.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the U.S. cavalry.
that was a different genocide.
I was watching something the other day. They was talking about it, and they said that the Caribs, the indigenous people, the Caribs, they were cannibals, and their delicacy was babies because they were so tender. They like eating babies.
Well, if you're gonna eat anybody, why not a baby?
Yeah, something tender. Somebody like me had me all bristly and. Ugh.
As I've learned from the pro-choice crowd, I mean, those fetuses are just infant adjacent. So I mean, they're hardly even people anyway.
Yeah.
It's just a clump of meat cells or whatever.
Oh, literal delicious meat cells. And they grew sugarcane in the Caribbean too. You make some molasses-basted infants roasted on a spit.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, you know.
It was bad to subjugate these people who were cannibals and baby killers. What?
Imbibing their your youthful spirit to live forever, much like modern day.
It's like straight up like occult stuff. I mean, that's like you sick the tribe of Israel on them. I mean.
Hey, Adam, no cultures are better than any other cultures. the culture of Caribs who roasted and ate infant children that's no better or worse than Western civilization that fought for and enshrined inalienable rights of individuals to life, liberty.
No, it's like what Fuzzy just said. I feel like every couple months they find some evidence of like child sacrifice over in the Americas.
Oh yeah.
Human sacrifice was a common thing that happened back in the day.
Yeah.
The Lord himself asked Abraham to sacrifice his own son.
Yeah, he's going to do it.
That's a special case. That's different.
Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever.
Well, the Aztec used to do that. The Aztec and the Mayas.
The Aztec, and his son at that age he was an adult, and he bore the instruments of his own sacrifice. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Read Hebrews.
Hebrews?
The book of Hebrews.
Genesis was when it happened.
Yeah, you read Genesis, that's the account.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know that.
The letter of Paul to the Hebrews?
Is the author of Hebrews, and when he talks about it, and how it lines up with the sacrifice of Jesus Christ.
Throwing maidens in the fire too. Yeah, throw maidens and babies.
The purifying flame of righteousness.
Right, in volcano. So,
there you go.
You got to throw gold in there with them.
That's how you know you'll have a good harvest, and the volcano god won't erupt and kill you.
Yeah.
You throw people in there.
Yeah.
And it sates the god's bloodlust.
Yeah.
No.
Stargate is great. I love that show. And
we have another comment that says, we don't get Columbus Day off this year. We get Election Day instead.
I thought Columbus Day was a federal holiday. It is. Post office closed.
I don't know.
Closed.
Molly had school until that tragic incident happened, so I don't know. We, at our work, we got Columbus Day off, though. I think it's a bank holiday still.
Yeah, we don't get it.
I know that Illinois government employees get Election Day off.
Yeah, they added that as a holiday. Well, not all, because the way it's worded, it excludes certain government units. For example, school districts aren't technically included in the state holiday thing, even though apparently school districts have decided to recognize it and give the day off, as indicated by our commenter here. Here's what I don't get. Alright. I don't know if you've ever looked in a mirror, but you and I and Eugene here don't look like the people that were living here when Columbus came over.
We wear clothes.
Well, sometimes.
Don't eat babies.
Don't eat babies. That's
But to my point, the reason that we're here and that we exist at all is because of the European exploration and the uniting of East and West hemispheres in the modern era through European exploration. And that is what Columbus Day is celebrating. It's not specifically about Columbus necessarily.
That's why it's bad.
Just because Columbus was a bad guy. But, I mean, of course, in this day and age, you'll have to battle those folks that say that the European exploration itself was a horrible crime committed against the world. Even though, I mean, without getting into it, imagine how different the world would be if we had just,
Stayed in Europe.
Stayed in Europe and stayed in the Americas and just chilled out there and said, I don't know what's over there across the ocean. We don't need to worry about it. We wouldn't be sitting here today, and all of that history would be, irreparably changed. And so, good for the good and the bad, that's what it's celebrating. It's celebrating the European exploration and discovery of the New World, the Columbian exchange, and the radical expansion of cultures across the oceans. So, I mean, I don't know, call it something else. If you don't like Columbus so much, I mean, I don't know who you're gonna pick.
Magellan.
Raleigh. Sir
Amerigo Vespucci.
Yeah, Amerigo Vespucci Day. Whatever, and that's the same
Lee Ferguson Day.
It's the idea that European exploration, joined the Eastern Western Hemisphere. Indigenous Peoples Day, which I don't have any problem with celebrating indigenous peoples wherever they may be. In fact, there are many, Jewish folks over in the Middle East that might be happy to celebrate such a day.
Maybe in New York they can celebrate. Oh, they got to wear their mask and stay in the house.
Well, I don't know. It depends on what they're going outside for, apparently.
Mask.
I was going to say, I think it also depends on your religion and race, too.
Well, I mean...
That's to Fuzzy's point.
Yeah, was it the governor or the mayor?
Governor.
Governor's on TV talking about how he's going to shut down these Jewish synagogues and these Jewish people for breaking the law.
Yeah, jeez.
But, so if you want to have an Indigenous Peoples Day, I mean, I don't know, pick another day and that's fine. But that's the day that we celebrate and we remember European exploration into the New World. Get over it, that's what it's about and it's fine. People. Just you don't like Columbus for whatever reason. Tearing down all our statues of him, man.
Yeah.
Leave him up and just put a funny hat on him.
Yeah. Oh, wait, he's got a funny hat.
That's true.
I was going to say, he's already wearing one.
Oh, someone suggested instead we call it Orange Man Day.
Oh, my gosh.
They also suggest that there's a superiority of Western culture. I don't know. How do we measure that?
You measure us from against everybody else in the world. We're the best. Make America great.
USA.
USA. USA. Dum, 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 dum. USA.
yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Losers. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't know, because that's the only thing you got to worry about. What's the measuring stick you use?
Success? How do you measure that?
I don't know. Infant mortality rate. I think we rank like number 95.
Yeah, something like that. Well, that's because we kill them all.
Oh, no. It's like something about the way that our child birthing practices have developed. It's like their C-section rate.
Rankings, those rankings are garbage anyways, because it's like the analysis or the reporting for them are all stupid. They're not honest or they're not truthful.
Are you trying to suggest that maybe other countries, knowing that these statistics rank their nations on level of success, are skewing their statistics?
What do they do with children with Down syndrome in China? You know, they put them through school.
they treat them with respect and raise them as full members
Respectfully
of
burn them
their,
and put them in.
of their
Absolutely not.
Good Lord, we're way down there.
Well, it's like Afghanistan is the worst. We're ranked 137th up from the.
Yes, you're not.
Oh,
that's not correct.
Hold on. We're ranked 170, higher than, we're better than Afghanistan by 170, but the number of countries is 225. So what is that? 25 plus 30, 55. We're the 55th worst country in the world by infant mortality rate. So I don't know if we're talking Western culture in terms of infant mortality rate as reported in the CIA World Fact Book.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Monaco and Japan have really hit the home runs when it comes to this thing. So I don't know if we can call Japan Western culture.
Don't they have actual birth crises going on right now? They're not having enough children to maintain their civilization.
They have so few children, they can really devote the time and attention to making sure those infants survive.
Yeah.
How about another one? Let's see.
Do literacy right.
Literacy by country. All right, let's see where we rank, folks. Ooh, the World Bank one. We're gonna take a gander at this.
The World Bank? Is this a Soros-funded?
It's a bank of the world. Oh, watch out, buddy.
He's listening.
I don't know if this is gonna come out. But I don't know. Is literacy even something that we care about? Back in ancient times, nobody could read or write a lick.
Somebody could. They wrote the Bible.
Right, but like
prior
to it being written down, how were the Bible stories passed on?
Verbally.
Yes, that's correct.
Dead Sea Scrolls.
They were told to one another.
Yeah, there's I remember in my historical methods class, there's still tribes around the world that do that, and there's like meticulous standards that the tribal story leaders or the storytellers have to go through in order to like fully be recognized as the official storyteller.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
I'm the official storyteller of my nuclear family here. I can't find good stats on the literacy rate by country here, so we're just going to skip that. And I'll suggest that
can't read.
I'll suggest that what really matters. It's how badass you are. Yeah. America's #1 badass country, and that's how you know Western civilization rules. Son.
I was gonna say how many aircraft carriers you have.
That's right.
Number one.
Number one.
Oh, anyway, folks, that's our show for tonight.
Good seeing y'all.
This was our 10th episode of Triggered, so a little bit of a milestone. We've only missed 1 week in this 10 episode stretch. If you like what you've seen tonight and in our other 10 episodes, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Not only that, but I would ask that you share this around to all your friends and let them know what Triggered Media has to offer. If you'd like to be a wonderful contributing guest on the show, feel free to reach out to us. Eugene here's had a wonderful time. He's really added to the conversation with his blank stare and smiling face. Adam, do you have anything you'd like to add on this, our 10th episode?
Nothing more than what you just said. I'd like to thank our current viewers and the ones who's already subscribed and stuff. And it's heartwarming.
We are at 5 live viewers as we speak.
Oh wow!
This might be an all-time high, friends.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, that's our show tonight. Thank you for joining us, and we will be here next week. Same trigger time, same trigger channel.
Oh my gosh.
Take care, folks.